Remember that? So anyway, I was just over here just trying to at least give y'all laid edges, give y'all a real nice sleek look, but people, let me tell you about my 4C. It lays for no one, girl, not even me. Sad story. Anyway, so I had somebody ask me questions like, how do you, like, they just were asking me about me being vocal about racism and sexism on social media, and how do I deal with that? How do I feel courageous enough to do that? Or do I worry about being annoying or anything like that? I used to worry about being annoying. Um, I used to worry about being annoying. First off, to be really honest, not a lot of people think, and not a lot of people even know their true self. So your opinion of me does not have any effect on me if you don't even really know who you are. If you're not even really living in your truth, how could I allow your opinion of me affect my esteem? That don't sound right. It does not sound right. Does that sound right to you? Does it sound right? It does not sound right to me. I can't apply that at all. Making people uncomfortable. I used to worry about not getting the opportunities that I want. And I used to worry about so many, pretty much everything, repercussions, speaking about a legit thing that's out here ruining lives. I did used to feel that way. I used to feel that way. I used to feel, I was raised to be respectable, to be that respectable Negro. I had the belief that if niggas would just pull up their pants, and if black women would just, settle down and get married, or stop being so angry and loud and ghetto, that we could, I genuinely thought that terrible, trash. Me right now would just not be here for that person. But I had to learn. I had to learn more history. I had to be challenged by other black people that knew things that I did not know, that saw things that I was blind to bring things to my attention, to be like, hold up, whoa. And I realized within myself, this is a personal decision, that I feel much more liberated speaking out against something that I know is wrong than hiding myself, quieting myself to make these people comfortable, just so I can get a good check, or just so I can look right in their eyes. Like, I don't care about that. I really don't care. And it does not make me feel good to sacrifice myself, my voice, and my passion to please others, to make them feel comfortable. If that means that you might not see me all on your TV screen because I'm not going to tap dance, I'm just going to act, clueless or whatever, fine. I have my dignity. That means so much more to me. I have my dignity. I know that I did what I was supposed to do. So, like I said today on the internets, people's silence has costed lives. It costs lives, y'all. Real lives. And it has gotten to the point where people are literally, listen, black folks ain't being listened to. We're not being listened to. We're being heard sometimes. We're not being listened to. We're being challenged most of the time that we even speak about our challenge. We have to explain it. We have to defend it. We have to ugh, 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 to the people, to the black people and the people of color and the other minorities that post things on Facebook, legit, valid grievances. I feel for those people that share that online and then have their white peers comment and try to discredit them or try to challenge their experience. That is arrogance. But reclaiming my time, I'm not getting into all of that. I'm just going to tell you this. It's real. It's serious. I'm super tired of people being lazy. I'm super tired of progress takes time retort. We've literally been saying this same shit since like the beginning of this country's birth, since like prior to the inception of this country, prior to the formation of the Constitution, the formation of the 13 colonies. Like, this has been an issue for hundreds of years. So if you're uncomfortable, you're just gonna have to be fucking uncomfortable, you know? And honestly, if we were heard and if our issues were addressed, we would, people are literally, listen, like, come, listen, come. It is so bad. Hold up. Let me take that smile away because it's serious. It is so bad that people genuinely feel like they have to stop people on the interstate, stand their fragile human bodies on the interstate to get their message across. So, fuck out of here. Y'all want to keep ignoring people? Y'all want to keep not listening because you're comfortable in your privilege or because you don't want to really learn all the terrible things this government has done to people of color, to disadvantaged people, because you're comfortable, it makes you feel guilty, it makes you feel awkward. That's fine. We're just going to keep showing up in places that make you feel uncomfortable. So if that means that we have to line up on the interstate, that is such a desperate move, and that really does show the severity of what these groups are saying. If we have to do that, fine. That's why people out there on the interstate anyway, because no one's listening. If we have to disturb a rally, if we have to disturb people eating in a restaurant, if we have to disturb a speech, whatever, who cares? Because you know what? You're uncomfortable, you're awkward, you just want to enjoy your peas and mashed potatoes. Well, guess what? Your silence and your complicity in this system is exactly why you're being disturbed right now. So either you're going to wake up, you're going to learn some stuff, you're going to do something, or you're just going to keep being angry. But I promise you that black people will always continue to push for what we know we deserve, for what we know is right. If you don't like it, you can leave. But see, we invested way too much into this country to just bounce because people don't want to act right. Wouldn't be no country. Wouldn't be no US. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Listen, reclaiming my time because I can get so lost into this argument. I can get so lost into this. But it's something that I'm passionate about. So anyway, back to it. Yeah, girl, I think about that all the time. It makes people upset. People get annoyed. People get aggravated or this and that third. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? You got aggravated. You're going about your day. I did what I needed to do. I did what I felt was right. And someone hurt me. Someone hurt me. And if you could just plant the seed into one mind, like Tupac says, so I don't really worry about that. I so did. But women like Amanda Seales, like Crystal West, like Michaela Coel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but she is the young woman who is the writer, the creator of Gumball, chewing gum. What the fuck? Chewing gum on Netflix. Women like that who are like me and that are so bold and just themselves and their nature and what Angela Rye, shout out to you too. Those women show me that it is possible. Either you like it or you don't like it. But if that's not going to be enough for me, that's not enough for my children. Okay, my silence does nothing for my children. My silence does nothing for my ancestors. It does nothing for my living grandmother. It does nothing for the black people that I'm related to, that I'm not related to. It does nothing for the ones that I like, the ones that I don't like. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter. So, no, I don't urge everyone to try to be a freedom fighter online if it's not within, your comfort level, if it's not within your personality. But for those that want to speak out and just don't know, or if you have, you're nervous, just take your time, I guess. There's always honestly going to be someone online saying what you feel, saying what you want to say anyway. Your voice is valuable. Your input is needed because there's strength in numbers, but take it easy on yourself. There's many different ways that you can contribute to the movement. There's many different ways that you can educate people, many different ways that you can fight oppression. I'm not an activist. I saw someone, she's like, I'm not an activist, I'm opinionated. Same here. I might go to a march. I might get on Facebook and go off with Twitter fingers. It just is what it is. But that doesn't hold me back. When I was holding myself back. I was so uncomfortable. And I sacrificed a lot of my true self, my natural self, for people that would say, well, I mean, it's just 2017, or why don't you just perm your hair? Or, why don't you just? Or if black people would just. You mean to tell me that I'm sacrificing myself for that? I have to defend my humanity for that? Girl, if you don't, no, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. I am. And if you don't like it, you can unfriend me, you can unfollow me, you can block me. Cool. And you go on about your day. But I'm going to tell you this right here. The people that are aggravated, the people that are annoyed, there is a reason, okay? Learn something, read something. There's so much more that goes into the structure of this country, the history of this country, the inner workings of this country and the world that is not taught to you in the education system. You are going to have to read the literature of people that lived through it. You're going to have to watch videos and immerse yourself in some learning. Immerse yourself in some learning, it is what it is. Sometimes I'll be reading things, I'll be reading laws that are put in place to disadvantage black people, that are put in place to disadvantage women and, Native Americans. And I'm like, damn. You don't know until you learn. And you might not understand, you might not respect until you learn. So if you're so upset, if you are so uncomfortable and just so annoyed, there's options out here. There's options out here for you to learn. And but coddling people and hiding myself and not doing what I know is right, so people that feel that I need to defend my humanity will feel comfortable. People that consume products from my culture but feel like if Philando just didn't, I don't know, exist. It's ridiculous. You feel me? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So no, I don't care. There's no logic in that. Clearly, there's no logic in that. So I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what's logical to me, and it is what it is. That's how I feel about that. Your feelings are a guide to your thoughts. Your feelings reflect your thoughts. And so when it comes to being mindful and wanting to change your thoughts or change your life and change the direction that you're going into, just one little thing that I wanted to point out was that you let your feelings guide you. If you're just zoned, sometimes like I'll just be chilling and I will be zoned out. My mind wander and I'll be zoned out, and the next thing you know, I feel really bad. And I might not know exactly why I feel really bad, but I know that I feel bad. And your feelings can guide you to your thoughts. So clearly, I'm not thinking about something that would produce happy feelings if I'm feeling bad. So, I'm not saying deny the fact that you feel bad and just mask over it with an illusion of happiness, because you don't really feel too good when you do that. I've tried that. But say, I'm not feeling good. Figure out how to make yourself feel better, and then once you get in the state of feeling better, figure out ways that we can address that issue of why you felt bad. It's not always easy, but effort, intention, and having the faith that your creator, that a higher being sees and hears you and acknowledges the changes in yourself and in the world that you would like to make. So, I just want to remind you of the power that you have when it comes to creating or, going after your dreams or whatever. I just wanted to put this tidbit into your head that your existence and what you have to offer is so valuable to this earth. When you watch episodes that have to do with time travel, and if you just do that one thing, it alters the history of the world, the entire outcome of the world. I don't know if it's that dramatic, but I genuinely do believe that a lot of this world is shaped by the things that we do and don't do. Therefore, if you feel that you have something valuable to contribute to this world, I urge you to recognize your value, recognize how valuable that'll be for us, and how valuable it is for the evolution of this world. I don't know what else to convince you of that, but I just want to let you know that we need each other. And we need the best of each other. And so make your best self, find your best self. You do have a best self. You are of value. And give us what you got. Give us what you got. Because it is imperative to the evolution of this earth. Um, Everyone has something to offer. Everyone has something valuable to offer. You might not be a celebrity or you might not have tons of trophies for it, but impact says a lot. And there are tons more impactful people than the ones that we just see on the television screen. So don't discount yourself. You out here. We want to see you. The world needs you. And yeah. See, I was listening to a sermon the other day, and the speaker was talking about the proof. He was talking about people's words lining up with their actions, and he said that the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in what your action is, um, what you have to show for, and not just so much what you say you're going to do or what you say you have or what you're about to do. Like, what do you really have to offer? What's in the pudding? Like, the proof is in the pudding. So let's look into this pudding and see if you have something to offer, or is it just all flump? Is it all just words, right? So he said the proof is in the pudding, and I was like, the proof really is in the pudding. Like the pudding, the Putting. The proof is in the pudding of effort. The proof is in the pudding of effort. How much effort are you putting into the things that you say that you want to do, the person that you say that you want to be? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the effort that you're putting into. And that's just something that I thought was really, cute to think about. Whatever. So I was like, you know what? I was thinking about him, and when he said the proof is in the pudding, I was like, the proof is literally in the pudding. Like, but not the pudding, like chocolate pudding. Like the pudding, the Putting. It's in the pudding of effort. I'm not trying to sound deep, y'all, here. I'm just trying to, look, this is what came to mind. And I was like, this makes sense. The proof is literally in the pudding. How much effort are you putting in? Are you even putting in effort? That's just something that I wanted y'all to think about, because I was like, you know what? The nigga right.